Afternoon, all. This is going to be a hard one. I've given it a lot and a lot and a lot of thought because I know what will happen. I usually do when I say things. Aside from particularly lately, when my mouth is just going without me, when I have no clue what I'm doing anymore. When I take an hour and a half to walk back an L-shaped 15-minute walk. There were some things I buried in my mind. Because of my PTSD, they were buried. I knew there was something back there that was wrong, but I didn't know what. And I didn't know who was behind it. I overhear somebody say that they're so sick of hearing about all those people for 23 years. Now this person was at my apartment. Introduced her to my friend Doug. Tall, blonde, maybe an inch less than me. Good forward on the soccer team. And very unforgettable. And they asked me to go get some beer. So instead of running to the beer 2 blocks that way, a block this way, a block that way, and it's always busy, I ran to the one behind the next house, which apparently they didn't know about. I got back. They were in my bedroom. One of them was fastening their belt. And Ricky came out behind them. Ricky's car was a 72 something. No way it couldn't have been on the road. He says, "No, I'm riding with Doug." He let me in the window. Okay, I have a lot of questions now. I decide to get the person in question home. Start to pull out of where she lives. Trailer park right there as you get into Blount County. There's a grocery store right there on the corner. Pretty big corner. And Doug and Rick are sitting there. Kind of hard to miss a tall albino and a short brunette they were the bubble rear end Celicas. Metallic blue. So I pulled out thinking of what to do. Got over in the lane where I can make my left turn around. And they were still sitting there. And I passed the road where you can turn around. They pulled up and pulled into Don's neighborhood. The person of interest's neighborhood. At that point, the only place to turn around is just before you get to the bridge, and you're most likely going to get your ass in to put a good 50 yards ahead of you. So, this was something that was in my regular mind. So this was something I brought up with plenty of opportunities to speak up on what went on. Just tell me something. Fuck, even lie to me. I'm used to that. I brought up Doug by name. I brought up Rick by name. 23 years I've brought this up over and over at different times. So I asked there, and she says, "I never met this Doug guy. I don't know anybody with blonde hair that you introduced me to." And later I overhear her say to somebody else, "I'm tired of listening to these stories of 23 years of what Joni and Valera and those guys did to him." I didn't know until 2.5 years ago that the guys had anything to do with it. I only knew of the last occurrence of either the Joni or the Valera affairs. I thought I'd put this out there. This is Anderson, mission complete. Signing out from my final sit rep. Anderson out.